Sonic. Introduction. Sonic the Hedgehog was just in Green Hills, relaxing like he does all the time. He seen Miles' power and decided to jump up and run to him. Miles sees Sonic running towards him and thinks nothing of it. Miles says, "Hey Sonic, how's it go?" He gets interrupted. He sees Sonic not running, but flying towards him. Sonic? Miles says with a confused and slightly nervous look on his face, and before he can react, Sonic the Hedgehog flies through Tails, splitting him in half, killing him. Act 0.1. The message to Tom. Tom, if you're reading this, don't try looking for me. It's already too late for me. I don't have much time. I'm sending you this disc to destroy. He's coming for me. Please, you need to burn it. Then, it just cuts off. It's ripped and burned. Looks like Kyle couldn't survive. Him. Act 0.2. The mail has arrived. Tom was chilling on his couch, bored, since Kyle was ignoring all of his messages on WhatsApp over and over and over again. Until he heard a knock at the door. He immediately jumped up and went to see who was at the door. He opened the door and there was nobody, just a letter with a disc taped to it. Tom picked it up and read the message. And it seemed to be from Kyle. He is instantly confused and a bit worried for his friend. He walks inside the house again and walks to the couch to check what the disc was. He turned over the disc and lo and behold, it was a scratched disc with a messy Sonic.EXE wrote on it. Tom, being the Sonic fan that he is, he immediately and stupidly forgets about the message and decides to put it in his computer. So he runs up to a desk and he puts it in the disc holder. It sounds horrible. It screeches loudly as it is put in. It seems to have smoke coming out of it, and the Sonic the Hedgehog theme plays. It's kind of distorted in the music-wise and everything. It was fine until this shows up. The title screen glitches out for a second and shows a dark, grayish sky with a rusted red ring. Blood, red water. Sega 1991 is replaced by Sega 666, and the Sonic has black eyes with red dots in the middle, and blood leaking from his eyes. Tom seen the screen for a second and jumped back confused and kind of scared, but when he went to go take it out, an error popped up on the screen saying, "You can't remove me, Tom." Tom was confused. After all, it shouldn't know his name. But he got the message and didn't try to remove the disc. It bugged out and showed the screen for Sonic and Knuckles. There was playable characters as well, but instead of Sonic being playable, it was Tails, Miles, Prower, Knuckles, and Eggman? Eggman was playable in this. Tom kind of was stupid and tried to play as Eggman, but the sound played. The sound that plays when you haven't unlocked something yet in a game. He tried to play as Knuckles, but then the same noise played again. Then he tried to play as Tails, and it worked, and it froze, and it distorted after. Act 1.1. Flying Fox. You may know Miles' power as Tails, or even Miles Tails Prower, but for the sake of this story, he will be referred to as Miles Power. Tom jumps when the laughter plays. It's unset, so much so that when Tails shows up, he just doesn't know if this is the real Tails, but he gets over it quick. When he realizes that Tails' sprite is new, Tails just looks as nervous as him, but feeling that he's being watched. Moves Tails towards the right. It just seems like a long walking area, but after 25 seconds of just walking, he sees dead animals. What the hell is this game? Said Tom out of shock and fear. He stops and he doesn't continue walking for a few minutes. He just sits there, shocked. I'm getting angry, Tom. Start walking again, or else. Tom jumps when he hears that voice. He moves the controller in fear. He keeps walking. The water has red in it now. The sky getting darker. This seems more off than it used to be. There's a crash, and in the background, Angel Island is on the ground, broken. Tom just keeps walking. Sprites changed again. Tails was crying. He kept walking until he came across a hill. He tried to fly, but the mechanic was disabled. So he had to try the spin dash, but even that was disabled. Damn, this must be Sonic 1. Guess I just gotta walk up it the old style. Tom made Tails walk up the hill. It was long and steep. Tom was honestly scared now. He should have listened to Kyle. Then after a lot of walking, he reaches the top. And before Tom can do anything, it cuts to a cutscene where Sonic is there. Tails walks towards Sonic.
Sonic is facing backwards, eyes closed, his hands in a disapproving position. Tails, stop walking! It's not Sonic, Tom says, hoping that he could hear him, but no, he keeps walking. Please, Tails, stop! It's not Sonic eyes open, and it cuts to black. Act 1.2 The Fiery Hell. The act opens with Angel Island Zone on fire. Some things that are noticeable is the name change from Tails to Alan, and the fact when he turns to face left, one of his eyes are missing, along with a bit of his tails. There is also a weird tune playing in the background, so he walks till he sees a timer pop up, and a voice say in his ear, The drowning theme from Labyrinth Zone plays and Tails runs. Tom can't control Tails anymore. It's out of his control. The drowning theme is playing louder and louder, and then Tails gets grabbed and gets spun over and over and gets thrown into the ground. His head crushed, blood all over the ground. Then Sonic turns around to face the screen and says,
So many souls to play with, so little time.
Act 2.1 Scrappy Brain. Tom backs away from his computer for a bit more than just concerned. What the hell is this hellscape that I'm playing? Tom says, just scared for his own life now. I should play again to avoid getting hurt, Tom said with fear. The second act opens, showing a Scrap Brain from Sonic 1. Knuckles is back confused. The sky's dark red, darker than normal for this stage. So Tom starts walking as Knuckles, just walking. Soon comes across a greyish broken emerald-looking piece. Knuckles stands there, nervous as that sort of looks like the Master Emerald. Oh god, when Angel Island fell, the Master Emerald must have broken it. Or maybe he broke it, Tom says. Tom just starts walking as Knuckles, and then the screen glitches out a few times, and then there's blood on the ground all over. The sky is foggy, a red blood-like fog, and Knuckles looks even more scared. But even with fear, he just keeps walking and walking. Then he keeps walking until there's traps to fall into, so he had to glide over them, and he keeps walking. If anything, there's not that much to do until he notices the spin dash button. He presses it, and it teleports him to an area where it's a boxed-off place, and he sees Sonic. Wait, no, that's not Sonic, because he reveals himself to not be within a few seconds. His gloves are full of blood now. He floats up in the air, and Knuckles now has a punch option and a spin dash option. So Tom uses the punch option and punches Sonic, but it does not do damage, so he spin dashes into him, but still no damage. This goes on for a while until the spin dash activates by itself and Knuckles spins right into a wall, knocking him out completely.
Face my true power, Knuckles.
Act 2.2 The end is close. He took that as an opportunity to go over to Kyle's house and quickly, so he hopped into his car and started driving fast and ended up seeing Kyle's home. It was weirdly quiet, but he just ignored that and entered the house. And when he went to where Kyle keeps his computer and sees only a burned room, it was really late for him, but the TV glitchy turns on and his voice plays.
One more little act, and you're going to die by my own hands.
Act 3.1 So much for an easy win. Then the screen glitches out heavily. Tom thinks Knuckles is dead, but then a cutscene plays with him inside of a broken down green hill zone, where he doesn't get a chance and he's forced to spin dash fast into a pit of spikes.
Oh, such little time, so much fun. Why don't you accept your fate and come into my world, Tom?
Tom was shocked and scared even more now. He didn't want to keep playing and he went to turn it off, and it screeched at him, then it powered itself off. Act 3.2 The Return. Tom got back in his car a bit disappointed and sad, but a bit angry, as that had been his friend since childhood, and after a while he returns home to find his computer back on. Knuckles is now on the selection screen, but he looked the same with Tails. He didn't even notice while playing that he hadn't chosen Knuckles. It just put him on, but they both looked dead. Eggman's now playable. He doesn't forget about anything that has happened, and just selects him. Act 3.3 The Eggcellent Brainiac. That weird laughter plays again, and it cuts to a room which is not in any Sonic games, but it has blood on the walls. Eggman has -2 rings and the background walls are purple.
and the floor is white and grey with fire areas. He moves Eggman along, who is surprisingly fast, faster than Sonic's spin dash, which seems odd, but it was the same in all the 3 classic games, so Tom doesn't question it. And after a minute, it bugs out and then steps appear, so he goes down them, and there's a little maze full of blood, and every turn there's more blood, and after he gets to the middle, he sees Tails and Knuckles' dead, mutilated bodies. Act 3.4, the end, so close. Eggman jumps, the controller is broken, he can no longer control anything. Sonic appears and seems to smile sadistically.
Hello, Egghead. Nice to see you again, old buddy.
You monster! I told you to go back to hell! Eggman snapped.
Oh, but why would I do that when I'm old?
You are nothing but a demon I summoned by accident, and now you're hunting people from the real world. Run, player. It's too late for me, but you still have a chance to run away before he's able to kill you, Eggman says with anger, but he seems concerned for the player, and his sprites change to face the screen. Tom doesn't move. He can't. He's too scared now. Anything could happen if he tries to leave. He could put the others at risk. He needs to find something to prevent Eggman getting killed, but he just can't think of anything to do to save him. And then Spike falls on Eggman. Act 4, the final act for Tom. Without hesitation, Tom goes to throw something at the TV, but then he sees it glitch out heavily and suddenly he hesitates. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? Why can't I throw it? No, let me throw it! Tom says with pure confusion, and then he hears a voice behind him.
Welcome to my world, Tom. You have made me join realities with you.
Without him moving his head, he turns it and sees him there, just behind his couch, floating. It then cuts to a burning house, just burning, with nobody knowing what happened, but what's for sure is that somebody was given the disc. Tom was forced to give it to somebody. Sonic, are you still there? The true final act. I tried to warn him. He didn't listen to me though. Could he not hear me or something? This is the end for me. Next thing I know, he is hunting me down to finish what he started. I cannot stop him. I'm a failure of a hero. All the innocent lives he's took. It was all my fault. I should have listened to Tails when he told me not to mess with that gem, but my stupid curiosity took over. Eggman blames himself. But no, it was my fault. It was my fault. I couldn't prevent anything that was going to happen. Sega shouldn't have made me. I shouldn't have been their mascot. I just ruined everything. And they think I'm him. They think I betrayed them. They think I just let them die. They all hate me. Sonic starts to laugh, a weird, crazed laugh. He's been alone for days, months, years. He's lost count. He laughs more. But I'll show them. I'll show them.
Ready for round 2.
Sonic Round 2, the useless YouTubers. It has been about a few years since the whole Sonic madness, and people who own Sonic recall getting a virus and suddenly going missing. There also seems to be a series on YouTube investigating. Their names are Harry and Gabrielle, and they seem to find some weird Sonic fan site. It featured pictures of some disc, and they find everybody seems to be confused about it. They just seem to be unsure where the disc originated from, but they all know that the person who had it before has gone missing. They think there's a curse that whoever plays the disc will end up missing, so they decide to find some way to get the disc, but they just can't seem to find anything. So they just seem to give up, or so that was until they seen a disc advertised that says Sonic.EXE. The same one from the picture they had seen on the site. Being the idiots that they were, and didn't listen to the hundreds of people who ended up going missing, they bought the disc out of their own stupidity. They end the clip for now and wait for it to arrive. A few days pass, and it doesn't seem to arrive. A few days pass again, nothing happens. No mail or anything. Very unluckily to them, they feel that way, but really, they're lucky. If they had the disc, they would be in danger considering the fact many people who had it were never found, so they gave up. They just decided to order a normal Sonic disc and then try to fake their video, and nothing came out of that. Hey, so thanks for checking into this strange video, I guess. So a lot of this was written around about a year ago. I completely forgot about this. like, I'd say about 3 months after the round 2 Act 1 was written, I instantly realised, oh, this is actually kind of crap. I should rewrite round 2, and then I completely forgot about the project until like a week ago. And it is currently being remastered. I think I'm gonna do it in episodes, so like the introduction will be like a short little kind of trailer, like as such, and then the true first episode could be the Act 0, and then it just keeps going in different acts. So I think I have currently planned about, I'd say, 7-ish acts for the first one, like where the story is supposed to be fully started. Now, I want to clear up some things, what is going to be in the remaster and what isn't. The whole thing with Tom and Kyle isn't going to be in this remaster. That's going to come in, like, a different story down the line, because I'm doing 6 different rounds. That's all I'm giving you. This one, I've already revealed the name of it on my community tab, and, yeah, so, the whole bit with the Tails getting murdered at the start, and then in the actual Tom playing it thing, yeah, that's gonna be extended, like. The whole Act 0 bit has already been, like, 3 pages long right now. And, yeah, it's revealing a lot of lore about how Sonic, I guess, came to be. Although it doesn't exactly tell you it. But, yeah. I hope you somehow enjoyed this mess of writing from when I was just starting out writing, like, stories and stuff. This was, I think, before I even wrote my Mega Collection's first story, which was, I want to throw up whenever I think about it, because it's that bad. So, I'm deciding, no, I have decided that I'm going to upload this full story with with all the different acts and stuff on a Wattpad account, because I need somewhere to actually put these stories, so it's like you can listen to it or you can read it. I will not be putting this either on the Creepypasta Wiki or the Trollpasta Wiki, because just no. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me now. Goodbye.